from France 24's web desk is Leila Jacinto. Leila, this visit very much highlighting both regional tensions and rivalries.
Yes, and in fact, I wrote about this region because, this is the Crown Prince, whom I will call MBS, is really getting a crash course on these dangerous fault lines and the sort of new great game for influence by all these regional powers. Now, MBS landed in Pakistan just days after a major attack in India, in Indian-administered Kashmir, which was claimed by a Pakistan-based jihadist group. Now, New Delhi has blamed Pakistan, the Pakistani state, of harboring these jihadist groups. Pakistan denies that they are sponsored by the state. This is an old blame game. But something else is happening on Pakistan's western border with Iran, which is relatively new and quite dangerous. Now, Iran, which borders Pakistan, is blaming Pakistan for an attack inside Iranian territory. This happened in the Sistan-Baluchistan province, which is right by the Pakistani border. Iran says that Pakistan is harboring the militant group that claimed responsibility for the attack. But Iran has pushed the blame even further. It says that Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates, these are two major Gulf backers of Pakistan, it claims that they are funding these virulently anti-Shiite groups and which are waging a sort of a covert war inside Iran. And Pakistani analysts are really worried because they fear that Pakistan is being used as a battleground by Saudi Arabia against its arch enemy, Iran. Now, the Saudi foreign minister in Pakistan said that when the royal entourage lands in New Delhi, they are going to try and de-escalate the crisis in Kashmir. But the situation in India is very tense. He's going to be landing in India. India's in the thick of a bitter election campaign, and Prime Minister Modi is really facing pressure from his constituency to respond very forcefully to Pakistan. So, into this sort of cauldron, it's not really quite clear what Saudi Arabia can do with, the sort of petrodollar diplomacy that it works on generally.
And talking about dollars and money and investment, tell me a bit more about the Saudis' $20 billion. Where are they spending it?
Oh, that's a huge chunk of money. The biggest project is in this Pakistani port of Gwadar. We have it on the map because the strategic location of this port is very important. It is very close to the Iranian border. And, if we have the map, you'd be able to see Gwadar is just 70 kilometers away from an Iranian port, which is Chabahar. There we go. So now the Gwadar project is getting Saudi funding. And the Gwadar project is very intricately linked with China's Belt and Road Initiative. So on the other hand, Chabahar has Indian financing. So you see, there is a sort of a geopolitical game of influence.
Lining up of people on either side.
Exactly. And all the Saudi investment into, this area is called Baluchistan, and it straddles the border of Iran and Pakistan. And what many analysts say is that, the Saudi funding into Baluchistan can really, have Saudi influence in this region. This is a very troubled region. There has been a lone-lying insurgency since Pakistan's independence, and it keeps coming up again. Pakistan blames India for supporting these nationalist groups in Baluchistan. So you see how Saudi Arabia is really, Crown Prince, the Saudi Crown Prince is talking about a pivot eastward, after the Jamal Khashoggi backlash that he faced. But he is really walking into a cauldron where all these, these regional powers are playing their games and using proxies.
Indeed, a quagmire there. Leila Jacinto and talking to us about the Saudi Crown Prince's trip. And, of course, you can read her analysis on our website, that being france24.com. And in Syria, the last bit of